The older I get, the more I accept and believe and know that you have to be nice to people. Like, we cannot do life alone. And the reason why this is so important is because you never know who God is going to use to be a blessing to you. And so how you treat them, how you handle them can set the course of your life. There's a story in the book of Genesis, and it starts in chapter 2. And this is about Adam. Chapter 18 says, Then the Lord God said, It is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him a helper fit for him. So out of the ground, the Lord God formed every beast of the field and every bird of the air and brought them to the man to see what he would call them. And whatever the man called every living creature, that was his name. Then the man gave names to all cattle and to the birds of the air and to every beast of the field. But for the man, there was not found a helper fit for him. So the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon the man, and while he slept, took one of his ribs and closed it up its place with flesh. And the rib which the Lord God had taken from the man, he made into a woman and brought her to the man. Then the man said, This at last is bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. And I love this story because this is a good example of how we are to treat the gifts that God gives us. So God saw that Adam was lonely. God saw that Adam needed a friend. God saw that Adam needed a mate. And so God took it upon God. If you notice, Adam did not ask. Presented Adam with a woman. And Adam was so receptive. He was grateful. Based on the scriptures, you can tell that Adam was happy to finally have someone who he is compatible with. Too many times we're praying. Say, Lord, I need a friend. Lord, I need a job. Lord, I need a husband. Lord, I need a wife. And God presents us to someone or something, and we reject it or we mistreat it or we abuse it. When God places someone in your life, you are to be grateful for that person, even if that person is not who you want. Lord, I thank you that you have brought this person to my life as a friend. I appreciate her presence. I appreciate his presence. However, I don't think we are compatible. Please send me someone else. That's how you are supposed to treat God's gifts. Just like as if you go to a restaurant and they bring you a dish that you don't like, you don't get angry and nasty and be like, oh, I don't want this. Excuse me. This is not going to work for me. I actually did that at a restaurant just this past weekend. My sister and I went to this restaurant. She chose, and I don't do chain restaurants, but I was like, I asked her to choose, so I figured I'll just deal with it. And the food, I tried so hard. I said, ma'am, I can't do this. I can't do this. Can I please order something else? What can we do? But I was like, oh, did I take this food off my plate? No. First of all, I got class. Okay, I got manners. But secondly, you catch more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. And she was so accommodating. So I understand. Do you want to try this? And so I ended up trying the salmon, and the salmon was delicious. But I wasn't huffing and puffing. So when God gives you someone, introduces you to someone, or gives you something that you don't want, even if it's a job, you respectfully decline. You said, no, I don't want this. This is not going to serve me. Can I have something else? Because when you are nasty and rude and disrespectful, it's not showing gratitude. And gratitude is the vibration that you need to attract better things to you. Be grateful. In all things, be grateful. Be happy with the small that God has given you so he can make you ruler of many. But if you're nasty and you're rude, you're not going to get it. I'm telling you, as someone who grew up in South Jamaica, Queens, I have learned in life, being a mean girl is not going to get me far. Being kind, being caring, being loving, being sweet, I find favor with people because they see, oh my gosh, she's really nice. I find favor. People are the ones who God is going to use to bless you. And if you mishandle God's people, you're not going to get your blessing. You're probably not in a place that you could be because you're not being nice to people. I want to encourage you. I implore you. I beseech you. Please understand that God uses people to bless you. And so you got to be a blessing to people, but also don't mishandle the people God has placed in your life. Okay? Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.